Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
And I'm Office Bloke Max.
Here we are, just two of us again today. Mike's still on his budgie smuggling Sundance on the beach in Benidorm.
Enjoying his Carlins or 55 of them.
Oh, Mike couldn't drink 55 Carlins, even Mike.
What?
He'd probably have
It's 3 Carlins. He's got his 3 Carlins for the
Three in
trip.
his batty. 3 and he's on stage doing karaoke.
Crowd
singing
surfing.
Kylie Minogue, I Should Be So Lucky.
Bit Simply
It's
Red.
his favourite song that he sings.
Seriously?
Kylie
Wow.
Minogue.
It doesn't surprise me.
He does that and he does...
Little Britney.
No, he does Britney as well, but he does his other one. He's a Barbie girl.
Oh, a bit of Aqua.
Aqua.
Nice.
Yeah, he likes that as well. Well, he's still wearing the budgies.
Yeah.
A bit like naked cowboys in New York.
You say it's nothing else, it's just budgie smugglers. Some Speedo.
And then he does crowd surfing towards the end of the night.
Things get a bit rowdy.
Bit of Max Fosh.
Yeah, I do really like Max Fosh.
Same. He's become he's become very, very big, hasn't he, now?
Yeah, I've always known him as like a rising YouTuber, but now he's a big YouTuber.
He's one of the biggest. Yeah.
Probably because of his when him and Nico Milano they ran for London Mayor. They both did it. But obviously Nico Milano's massive. He's one of the biggest.
We did a Nico Milano. He commented on one of our videos.
Really? My a friend of a friend used to edit for him.
Oh yeah.
For that beta squad and all that. And apparently they're just lovely people. Yeah, really good lads.
That's what you need in life. Nice people.
Yeah, exactly.
Max Fosh, I technically died.
Good title. It's a great title.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today because Max Fosh is dead.
Well, technically. Let me explain. I'm hosting my own funeral because, stay with me here, I need to be technically dead to get back at an airline. You see, 2 months ago, I booked a flight I then couldn't go on. When I tried to apply for a refund, I found a cheeky legal clause that airlines use that lots of people fall foul of.
You give me my money, finish.
I can't do that.
Airlines will
That's a
only
great show, by the way.
cash
Unbelievable
refunds
show.
if passengers are dead. So, I needed to die. This is a story of how I travelled to another country,
Welcome to the Principality.
held my own funeral, and was legally declared dead, all to get back £37.28 from the big bad airlines. I'm incredibly petty. But would being legally dead save me from getting into trouble?
You know, it's not fraud, but I mean, it is fraudulent.
This video has been sponsored by Opera. I need to die, according to the person on the customer service over the phone.
We only provide cash refund in the case of bereavement, I'm afraid.
According to the terms and
Ridiculous,
conditions
isn't it?
on website, my lawyer has since advised me that it is not within my best interest to name any airlines for the remainder of this video. It states, in order to get a refund, the passenger needs to be deceased. So, this got me thinking, how can I die? My first idea, could I stop my heart, which means that I was technically dead for a couple of seconds, and then provide that as evidence? How long does your heart actually need to stop for? According to the Atlantic Cardiovascular Society, 4 minutes. Irreversible brain damage can occur. I don't want to do that. Okay, fine. Next idea, just spitballing here. Could I change the name of somebody who's about to die to Max Fosh, and therefore Max Fosh dies? No, that's insane. So I pored over every nook and cranny I could, until I found something very interesting in the terms and conditions of my booking. Ooh. So the airline requires a death certificate, but they don't state where the death certificate needs to come from. Could I get myself a death certificate so I'd be dead on paper? Could I go to another country and get a death certificate? That's a shout. So my plan is to reach out to every country that I can, and weirdly, this is not the first time that I've reached out to the press offices of major governments. So I do have a list. I do have an update for you, and before I get to the update, I just want to say, I am embarking on this mission because I'm incredibly petty. The flight itself is £37.28, bloody good value to be fair. It's the principle that I take issue with, because after doing some research, I've realised that people have lost thousands of pounds because of these airlines. So, one principality responded to my email. The Principality of Saborga. Located in Italy, Saborga is a self-declared principality. Claiming to be accidentally left out of the unification of Italy, the town has operated as an independent nation with its own flag, currency, and government. So, tomorrow, I'm going to Saborga because on this occasion, due to these very unique circumstances, they are happy to sign a document that says, according to them, technically, I am dead. Let's go to Saborga, baby! So before I headed to this fantastic place, I did some research on Saborga using Opera. Opera is my go-to web browser and has some fab features. Their Tab Islands feature means I can intuitively group all of my favourite YouTubers have been up to. You'll hear more about Opera later in the video, but for now, it was time to go to Saborga.
I'm in Italy. I'm on the way to Saborga.
I thought it was just Vatican,
They
that's
invited me
it.
for a state visit, but I asked and they said, yes, please, do come on down.
Despite not being recognised as an official independent nation, Saborga and its people fight every day for its independence and legitimacy. Something
like
that I
Catalonia.
thoroughly endorse.
Welcome and welcome to the Principato di Saborga. Whoa, look at this. Here it is. There they are.
As I arrived, I was greeted by none other than the Princess of Saborga herself.
Hello. I should go meet the princess now. I feel a bit underdressed. How do you greet a princess? I have no idea. Hello.
Welcome to the Principality. Nina, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Max.
And as she introduced me to her team, it gave me the perfect opportunity to showcase my incredible Italian.
Buongiorno.
The Minister of Defense
Oh, buongiorno. Hello, Max.
and the Interior Minister.
That's Mike in Spain.
Buongiorno.
I was then informed that my
Buongiorno.
visit would be
He's actually probably saying buongiorno.
Seen Inglorious Bastards once.
Says buongiorno and au revoir. His way out. Au revoir.
We.
He does a lot of proper Del Boy sort of like,
Yeah.
you know, what is it? What is that? I can't remember what Del Boy says now. That he's au contraire.
Looks so proud of himself. Like, I've got a cross.
initiated by the firing of the royal cannon, which is apparently very safe.
Where should I stand for the shot?
Not in front.
No.
You don't want to kill me yet.
But of course, not after we honoured
wanna kill you yet.
Saborga with her national anthem, which was an entire 2 minutes long.
It's long, right?
Yeah, it's a bit much.
No words.
Jesus creepers.
With all the formalities complete, the princess and her team took me around the beautiful sights of Saborga. Everything from the local church to the town's museum, where I saw the princess's face on some money. I was even taken to the official prison, where I learned just how the Minister of Defence got his title.
There's a man with a rope. Oh wow, fantastic. Well, this is not how I expected my Monday morning to be going now. Oh, okay, bit of a tug there. Steady.
After a very unique conclusion to the tour, I felt that it was perfect timing for my untimely demise.
Guess I've got to die now.
But since I didn't want to actually die, I needed to die metaphorically. You see, in the comedy world, when someone performs badly at a gig, we often say that they've died on their arse.
What do you call a melon that jumps in the water? Watermelon.
So in order for me to quote-unquote die, it was time to get out my joke book.
Where does the fish keep his money? The riverbank. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. What do you call a French man in sandals? Philippe Fallope.
Not bad, actually.
Well and truly comically flatlining, I just needed to convince Princess Nina to help me get my refund. And thankfully, my fight with a big airline seemed to resonate with the princess and Saborga's fight for independence, so she kindly agreed to sign a special one-off death certificate.
Fantastic, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And with just one single signature, the beautiful Principality of Saborga has declared that Max Foch is officially dead. And now that I've left the living world, it was time to say goodbye.
Hello everyone, and welcome.
So I hired some mourners.
Today we are here to celebrate the life of Max Foch, a beloved grandfather, royal family member, and of course, Oscar winner.
And asked my editor Dave to say a few touching words.
A week ago today, whilst visiting his second home, the Principality of Saborga, Max regretfully died
Second home.
on his arse whilst trying out his
Died
jokes
on
from the
his
locals. A fate which, if you are lucky enough to see him on tour, you'll know Max knows only too well. Max's family sadly couldn't be here with us today, but they have sent in the following message. Who are you? Stop messaging. Is this for another of Max's stupid videos? Please join us now
Classic
as
British
our choir
parents.
sings a rendition of one of Max's favourite songs. As we all know, Max loves to get the final word. So now, a few words from the deceased.
One more quick thing about Opera, you can also customise your entire browsing experience.
Whether you want a minimalist layout or something bold and colourful, there's always a theme to fit your mood. My favourite theme is Midsummer. I love its clean, atmospheric style. Also, Opera's built-in AI Aria is brilliant for image generation and image
I kind of respect that.
You can ask
Look at how
questions
he's
about any
managed that.
image and get answers in instantly, so no need to search for it manually. Make sure you download Opera in the link in my description. Is the service finished yet?
With the service finish, I then had to start to get all of my documentation together to send off to the airline.
So, I've died. I've got the death certificate from Saborga, and I've put together all the documentation to send off to the airline. My hope is that they get a lot of these, and so they don't look at it for too long.
I think he's going to get away with it.
You'd hope so.
I don't think so.
Said, so I
It's
have
not
no idea
recognised.
if this is going to
Yeah,
work.
true.
I applied for my refund with my death certificate, and at this point, I didn't really know what would happen. But ultimately, I felt like I'd been on an adventure.
Jeepers creepers.
Then 5 days later, the results were in. But had it worked?
I'm wearing my suit because I want to be quite serious here. It worked. I got an email from the airline in which they agreed to continue my application for a refund, and I've asked for my bank details. Now, I thought, oh, that's fun. Fun, yay, it worked, fantastic. I then just thought I would check with the lawyer on the Max Fosh channel who helps me with various different videos like this. And he was quite...
No.
Well, he under no certain terms said that I really shouldn't do this.
Yeah, but it's not fraud, but I mean, it is fraudulent.
Because it's my money that's being given back to me, it's not fraud. So he has basically told me off and said that I mustn't claim the money. So that is where I'm going to leave this. Also, please do not do this yourself at home, because the main reason why I'm not continuing is that he said this.
I normally would let you, but like this time I really have to put my foot down here.
Join me next time where I try to commit less fraud.
Yeah, see, who are you going to pay it to? He's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Is it
It
just
goes
it
from
just goes?
Funk's account. It goes to his. I guess it goes to his beneficiaries.
I was going to say if he's putting his own details back in, is that like I'm going? Hold on,
Well, it's got to be paid somewhere, and if the
Yeah.
so a lot of these people pay it to an account that was used, so they have to reimburse the account that was used. So you go into it, and then his beneficiaries claim on his estate.
Yeah.
But it's.
I'm guessing if it gets sent to a different account.
My biggest argument with things like this is I did something the other day where I paid somebody and then they couldn't do the service, so they called me straight back and they said, "Listen, our machine's broke, can't do it for you.
Yeah.
But we're going to reimburse you. It's going to take 7 days." I'm like, "How does it take 7 days for you to pay me?
Yeah.
But a minute for me to pay you."
So that, if I know nothing about this, is it to do with invoices and sort of?
No, it's not. It's a
sending it back
refund.
in? Is it just
refund?
straight
Should
back?
just be a case of just reverse it. It's nowadays in banking, it shouldn't take 7 days.
No, transfers are instant now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
it's just, I was just like, oh yeah, of course it is. Yeah, instant for me to pay you. If I said to you, yeah, do that service, I'll pay you within 7 days. You should receive the money within now to 7 days.
yeah, they go
Then we
no.
go like when we've received the money, we'll do the service.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, airlines get away with too much.
I know. I'm just thinking about the poor worker who's on like 20k. Who's just like, I don't. Where's this certificate come from? I just.
We had a situation with the airline where they boarded us on the aircraft like a minute before you were due to get a refund, and left us on the aircraft for like an hour.
Really?
Because they knew that once we were boarded, it was like a departure.
Yeah.
And
So
then that was it. They didn't have to pay compensation.
it's terrible that.
But yeah, they get away with too much, the airline. So you should have claimed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Claimed something off it anyway. Yeah, lost luggage, whatever. Anything.
Just anything.
Max
Good
Fosh, though.
good
Funny
video.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy with things like this.
Unbelievably British.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
unbelievably British.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.